Let's talk about adventure, not in lost cities or distant jungles, but in places hiding secrets right under our noses, in the familiar landscapes we think we know. Picture Lake Ohrid, straddling the border between Albania and North Macedonia, its waters clear as crystal, ancient and deep, shimmering in the early morning light. For thousands of years, people have lived, fished, and told stories here, passing down legends from generation to generation, never suspecting what lay just beneath the gentle waves. Beneath the surface, a secret waited to be discovered, a secret that would rewrite the story of early Europe, an entire village, 8,000 years old, perfectly preserved in the lakebed's protective embrace. This settlement predates the pyramids of Egypt, reaching back to a time when Europe was wild, forests stretched for miles, and the very first farmers were just beginning to settle the land. And it wasn't just a handful of huts. This was a complex, thriving settlement, home to hundreds of people, with houses built on wooden stilts above the water, like a prehistoric Venice rising from the lake. For thousands of years, their story was lost to time, sealed in the mud and silt at the bottom of the lake, waiting for someone to uncover it. Lake Ohrid's beauty is legendary, drawing visitors from around the world, but for centuries, its true history was thought to begin with the Romans or Byzantines. No one guessed that the real story was so much older, stretching back to the dawn of European civilization. This discovery is like a message from our distant ancestors, a time capsule showing us how they lived, how they built, and how they survived to shape the world we know today. But how do you find something no one's even looking for? It takes curiosity, cutting-edge technology, and a team of determined archaeologists willing to dive into the unknown. They dove into the lake, not in search of treasure or gold, but for knowledge, for answers to questions no one had thought to ask. What they found is more valuable than any treasure, a direct link to the Neolithic people who once called this lake home, their lives and stories preserved for us to discover. Now, it's a chance for us to walk in their footsteps, to marvel at their ingenuity, and to imagine what life was like in a world so different, yet so connected to our own. This is the story of Europe's oldest known lakeside settlement, a lost world found at last. The adventure begins here. Let's dive in together. Every great discovery has a eureka moment, a flash of insight that changes everything. But at Lake Ohrid, the process was different. It was a slow, careful unfolding of secrets, built on patience and persistence. Archaeologists had long suspected that ancient life once thrived around the lake's tranquil shores. But the real breakthrough came when a Swiss-Albanian team decided to look beneath the water's surface, searching for clues hidden from view. Using advanced underwater surveys and extracting core samples from the lakebed, they uncovered strange patterns and remarkably preserved wood deep in the mud. Divers descended into the blue depths, discovering thousands of wooden stakes driven into the lakebed, evidence of ancient houses built on stilts above the water. Radiocarbon dating revealed these timbers were astonishingly old, 8,000 years, older than most known European settlements. The project, called Explo, combined underwater archaeology with dendrochronology, allowing scientists to date the wood precisely and understand the types of trees used by these ancient builders. This was high-tech detective work, unraveling a Stone Age mystery with the help of modern science and technology. Excavating underwater is incredibly tough, poor visibility, limited dive time, and fragile artifacts that can crumble if not handled with extreme care. Every find had to be meticulously recorded, mapped, and conserved to preserve its story for future generations. The low-oxygen mud acted like a time capsule, preserving a vivid snapshot of a lost world that had remained untouched for millennia. The real work was just beginning, but even at this early stage, the discovery had already changed what we thought we knew about Europe's distant past. A submerged village, perfectly preserved beneath the waves, was waiting to tell its story to the world. The lake had kept its secret for thousands of years, hidden beneath its calm surface. Now, for the first time, the past was surfacing, piece by piece. The journey into prehistory had truly begun, opening a new chapter in our understanding of ancient Europe. And as news spread, the world was watching, eager to learn what secrets Lake Ohrid would reveal next. To truly understand the village and its people, you first have to understand Lake Ohrid itself, a place where time and nature have shaped every story. It's often called the Lake of Light for its remarkable clarity, On calm, sunlit days, you can see as deep as 20 meters, the water shimmering with an almost magical transparency. Fed by pure limestone-filtered springs, Lake Ohrid is Europe's oldest lake, dating back 2 to 3 million years. Its ancient waters have witnessed the rise and fall of countless civilizations. This ancient body of water is a true biological treasure, home to over 200 unique species found nowhere else on Earth, each one a living relic of the lake's long history. Its extraordinary ecosystem and cultural significance have earned it UNESCO World Heritage status, protecting both its natural wonders and its human legacy. The lake's immense age and depth, reaching nearly 300 meters, create perfect conditions for preserving the past, locking away secrets beneath its surface. Anything that sinks into its cool, oxygen-poor mud is protected from decay. Wood, seeds, bones, even the most delicate tools remain untouched for thousands of years. That's why the Neolithic settlement here survived in such astonishing detail, offering a rare window into prehistoric life. For the people who built their homes along these shores, the lake was everything: food, water, protection, and the very foundation of their daily existence. They lived in harmony with its rhythms, and the lake in turn preserved their story, holding their memories safe beneath its waves. The history of the people and the lake are inseparable, woven together across millennia. This is a place where nature and humanity's story intertwine, each shaping the other in a delicate balance. Lake Ohrid is far more than a backdrop. It's the very reason this lost world endured, a silent guardian of history, and now, after thousands of years, it's finally giving up its secrets, revealing the stories hidden in its depths. What did archaeologists find? The remains of a stilt village, homes built on wooden posts above the water. At Lin 3, divers uncovered over 100,000 oak piles, evidence of a large permanent settlement. This wasn't a fishing camp, it was home to hundreds, requiring massive tree clearing and skilled woodworking. The villagers were organized builders, driving piles deep into the lake bed with stone tools. Among the piles they found ceramic pots, flint and bone tools, and personal belongings, clues to daily life. Most remarkable was the preservation of seeds, nuts, and animal bones, showing a mix of farming and foraging. They ground acorns into flour, raised animals, and hunted wild game. The stilt village was a complete economic system perfectly adapted to lakeside life. It was a marvel of Neolithic engineering and cooperation. What was daily life like here 8,000 years ago? This was one of the region's first farming communities, right at the heart of Europe's agricultural revolution. They grew wheat and barley, kept sheep, goats, and cattle, but still fished and hunted in the rich forests. Combining farming with foraging was smart. If crops failed, they had other food sources. Building and maintaining the stilt village was a community effort, requiring teamwork and skill. Inside their homes, families cooked, made pottery, and crafted tools. Life was busy, but not all work. There was time for family stories and rituals tied to the lake and seasons. Living so closely, they formed strong social bonds. Their village was more than houses. It was a thriving, resilient home. They blended innovation with tradition, shaping a new way of life. The Neolithic neighborhood was a place of ingenuity and community. Lake Ohrid's village isn't just old, it's the oldest sedentary lakeside settlement in Europe. It predates similar sites in Italy and Switzerland by 1,000 years, pushing back the timeline of advanced communities. This changes our understanding of the Neolithic revolution, the shift from hunting and gathering to farming and settlement. The people here were among Europe's first farmers, blending new and old ways of life. Their engineering, building a stilt village for hundreds, shows planning, organization, and innovation. The site's preservation gives scientists a rare, detailed look at Neolithic life tools, crops, diet, even health. It challenges old ideas about primitive people, revealing a complex, capable society. The village is a scientific treasure, a window into the birth of European civilization. It will teach us for years to come. Our ancestors were not just survivors, they were creators, and their story is now part of ours. One of the most intriguing finds was the village's defense system, a barricade of sharpened wooden stakes. This wasn't just to keep out animals, it was a fortress, likely built to protect against other people. The scale of the defenses suggests real threats and competition for resources. Building such fortifications required leadership and community cooperation. The Fortress of Piles hints at a society with rules, organization, and shared purpose. The defenses show both fear and unity, a community banding together to protect their home. The true reason for these walls remains a mystery, but they speak of a complex, sometimes dangerous world. As excavations continue, more clues may reveal why these ancient people turned their lakeside village into a fortress. Finding the village was just the start. The real work will take decades. Only a small part of the site has been excavated. With 100,000 piles, there's much more to uncover. Future research will use advanced technology to map and analyze the site without disturbing it. Dendrochronology could reveal a year-by-year timeline of the village's growth and decline. DNA and pottery analysis may uncover links to other settlements and ancient trade networks. Preserving the site is a challenge. Changes in water level or pollution could destroy it. The Albanian government and international teams are working to protect this fragile treasure. The story of Lake Ohrid's village is just beginning. Each discovery adds a new chapter to our understanding of the past. The adventure of exploration continues with much more to learn. What does an 8,000-year-old village mean to us today? It reminds us that our history is deeper and more surprising than we imagine. These villagers were pioneers, engineers, and community builders, facing challenges, innovating, and thriving. Their world was complex, resilient, and full of life. This discovery invites us to imagine the sounds, smells, and daily rhythms of a lost community. Studying it brings us closer to our ancestors and ourselves. Every find fills in another page of our shared human story. The villagers of Lake Ohrid helped launch the agricultural revolution that shaped our world. Their legacy lives on in our food, our communities, and our curiosity. The adventure of discovery is never over. There are still secrets waiting beneath the surface. Lake Ohrid proves our planet still holds treasures, urging us to keep exploring. The journey into the past continues, shaping our future.